3, 2, 1.
Hello everyone, how are we enjoying the bank holiday Monday? Turned out really nice here, as you can probably tell because I'm in the garden. I know you're all used to Kerry doing the weekly roundup of shows, but Kerry is on a very well-earned holiday, and she's on a beach somewhere while we're all sitting here bored on bank holiday Monday. But she will be back the end of the week. I believe she'll be back Saturday, Sunday. So instead of Kerry giving you a roundup of the week shows, it's been left to one of us, so I volunteered. Because we don't want Kerry stressing while she's on holiday. She's already stressing, as it would seem, thanks to her mum playing a prank. When I spoke to Kerry this morning, she said that she thought she saw a full-bodied apparition, which actually turns out to be her mum playing a prank on her, which no doubt they all found very funny. I would have found it hilarious. I would love to have seen it. But in Kerry's words, she almost had to go to hospital for CPR. Given what she does, I don't know why she freaked out, but anyway. Before we move on to this week's shows, let's have a little look back at last week's shows. You had the Parasearch UK Radio Encore show on Monday. That was Jay Lynch and Kerry and myself talking about a future project, which you're probably going to find out a lot more about as time goes on. It's something that's evolving, let's put it that way. We also had Tuesday, the Paranormal Concept show. That was a really good show, actually. That was Paul Rook with Rook's Paranormal. As it turned out, Brooks are really busy. They seem to be very busy. They always seem to be somewhere and doing something. They're a very busy group. And Linda and Jordan were to be on the show, but I believe Jordan had a bit of a sore throat. So Linda had to do most of the show. But it is a really good show, so if you missed it, you know where you can find it. It's on YouTube. All the shows are on YouTube. On Wednesday at 8 o'clock, you had the Supernatural Chat show with Sean Cadman, and he was interviewing Kerry. I've interviewed Kerry in the past. I think she's getting kind of used to people turning the tables on her and interviewing her for a change. Interviewing Kerry is always very interesting because you get a lot of spiritual advice in that as well. That was a really good show, a really interesting show, and you pick up lots of things. So if you get a chance, as I said, it's on YouTube, you can hear it there. Haunted Histories was also on Wednesday evening with Penny Griffiths-Morgan. I absolutely love Penny's shows because I like the history. But it's a bit of a weird one with me because I don't like going too far into the history of places in case I go there. So she was there on last Wednesday night, with Lee Roberts, and they were talking about a location in Nottingham, Clifton Hall. Lee was actually invited, I believe, by the family to investigate there. And they had a great discussion about that. That's a really interesting place. I find the whole Nottingham area is a really interesting place. It's got lots and lots of history. So that is a really good show. That is also there. You can also go onto YouTube and find that. You need to listen to it. You should listen to it. Really good show. On Thursday, this is where I need to apologise. It wasn't our fault. It genuinely wasn't our fault. I was supposed to be interviewing Gary Bradfield last Thursday for from East Anglia Paranormal Investigations. And what has actually happened was the studio decided it wasn't going to work. And literally it just did not work at all. Nothing. Absolute blind panic. Absolutely felt so bad for Gary, and so bad for anybody who was going to be tuning in for that show, because I have worked with East Anglia Paranormal Investigators before. They're a really good group, they're a great group, and again, they're a very busy group. But sadly, the Gremlins decided the studios were not going to work, they were not going to open, and we had to abandon it, even though poor Kerry was running about trying to fix this. It wasn't to be. We have now resolved that issue, but it was a really, really horrible situation to be in. But the good news on that is that we have rescheduled the interview. I've rescheduled the interview with Gary. So I will be interviewing Gary Bradfield on the 7th of June, because I didn't want to let too much time pass. I wanted to get him back on the show as soon as I could, because I was really looking forward to it. But sadly, last Thursday, no, Gremlins were not having it at all. Not a bit of it. Moving on to Friday. Friday was really good. We done psychic birthmarks. Who has birthmarks? Do you have birthmarks? I have two. But that was quite an interesting show. As always on the Dark Mirror show on a Friday night, it is generally, we do have a bit of a laugh as well. It has to be said, we do have a bit of a laugh, and it's a bit more light-hearted, but we do cover the topic. And it was interesting coming out about different colours, different shapes, where it's located, different cultures, what they believe about birthmarks, because not everybody believes they are actually a good thing, believe it or not. Some cultures believe they're actually quite a bad thing. Some people believe they are carried on from a previous life and give you an indication of how you passed. I don't know what I think about that. I don't know what I think about that, but that was quite a fun show. It was quite interesting. We actually covered colours as well. The colour matters, apparently. Did you know you can get green birthmarks? Now there's one for you. Didn't know you could get a green birthmark. Absolutely stumped me, that, because I've never known anybody to have a green birthmark, but apparently you can get a green birthmark. So there you go. And that is really strange. Strange. Do you know anybody with a green birthmark? I don't actually know anybody with a green birthmark. But this week, moving on. This week we have, it's absolutely full. It's absolutely full of shows. And lots of really good shows, actually. Tonight, the Parasearch UK Radio Encore show will be played out at 9 o'clock. Thing is, nobody knows what the subject is, what Jane, Kerry will be discussing, because Kerry's sorting that, so that'll be interesting. I can't actually tell you anything about that because I don't actually know. No one has said a thing. Tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, the Paranormal Concept show with Paul Rook. Paul is actually going to be speaking to Jack Kenner. Jack Kenner is an investigator and an author, but he is also a guest speaker at Parafest this year, which is at Rotherham Towers. I'm going along to that. I believe Paul's going along, Kerry's going along. I'm not sure about Mark Manley. But we will be along at Parafest this year. So Jack is coming into the studio to talk to Paul about that, as well as obviously his own work. but he will be in the studio so that he can speak to Paul all about Parafest and what he's got going on at the minute. On Wednesday night at 8 o'clock, you have the Supernatural Chat Show, which is Sean Cadman will be joined in the studio by Barry John, the medium Barry John. I enjoy listening to mediums. I think the insight is very interesting and how they work is very interesting. So that'll be a really good show, which is 8 o'clock on Wednesday night. Okay, that's your first show Wednesday night. First show. Your second show on Wednesday night is Haunted Histories. Back again with Penny Griffiths Morgan, who will be discussing Peterborough Museum with Ashley Knibb. You've got to remember, I mean, go into the studio, go into the chat room, ask lots and lots of questions, because the chat room's been getting really busy. You come into the chat room, you find that there's quite a little discussion going on with any of the shows, but go in and ask Ashley lots and lots of questions, and Penny. Penny's really, really good at history. So just go in and ask them lots and lots and lots of questions about the museum. Those are the two people that are going to know all about that, not me. But that should be a really entertaining show, so try and tune in for that if you can. On Thursday evening, I am talking to Jason Frost from Heartland Paranormal. I interviewed Jason back in January. Heartland Paranormal are based in Nebraska, but they're a fantastic group. They've done some amazing places. They are going to be, they've done a very good event, actually a very special event for charity on the 28th of April. So Jason is coming back to speak to me about that on Thursday night at 9 o'clock. That should be a really good show. All the information and all the money they raised, and from what I saw, it was very, very busy. It was super busy. There was lots of different things there. There was people with tables and crystals and readings, and there was kids there, there was families there. It was a really great day by the sounds of it. So, and what I've seen of it, I've only seen little bits. But if you tune in on Thursday night, you can get to hear all about that from Jason himself, which will be great. The Dark Minute Show on Friday. Myself, Mark Manley, and I believe we've been joined by Paul Rook. 9 o'clock on Friday. We're talking about energy vampires. We've all come across energy vampires, sadly. Have you ever just had a friend or someone and you just know the minute you come into contact with them, your energy's drained, or you meet someone for the first time and you just find them so draining and you can't deal with them, and that's an energy vampire. So we'll be talking about that. I'm kind of struggling how Mark's going to find his alien link though. But you know it's Mark. You know he's got to find his alien link in there somewhere. I wonder how he's going to do that. That'll be interesting. But energy vampires, which is a pretty good subject. It's a good subject. It's a good thing to learn about. It's a good thing to learn how to deal with. So if you can, try and tune in. Try and give that one a listen as well. So we come on to Sunday. Now this show is going to be quite, I believe there's going to be a great deal of interest in this show on the spirit dimension with Kerry, who will be back by then. She's going to be joined in the studio with Kev Kerr and CJ Simmons. Now they're going to be talking about quite the controversial subject, shall we say, of governing the paranormal. Can it be governed? How can it be governed? Is it anyway? Should it be governed? Should there be people governing this field? Do you think it's actually possible to govern this field? Because it's huge. It is absolutely huge. From events teams to investigators to readers to, it is absolutely massive. So can that be done? That's something they're going to talk about, and I imagine it'll be quite a lively discussion. But Kerry will be back for that show on the Sunday. So that'll be quite good. That'll be 9 o'clock Sunday night. Try and tune in for that one. And other thing we have is there has been a new competition launched today, and that is for 2 tickets for the Chocolate Factory in Hull with myself and the Ouija brothers. That will be, we're launching it now because it's on the 27th of October, just in case it is someone who is not from the area and who needs time to sort out accommodation and travel and everything like that. But that is a really good place. I've been to the Chocolate Factory before, so it should be a really good night, and it's on the 27th of October, which is as close as we could get to Halloween. So it's a Halloween investigation. Might even let you come dressed up if you want. Don't mind that at all. You want to come dressed up in the costume, that's fine. But you're going to have lots of really good investigators there, actually. You're going to have David and Anika from Crew Paranormal. You're going to have Les Reeves and 2 of her team members from RIP Ireland are going to be there. Obviously, you've got Ouija Brothers. I'm there. Oh, crikey. You've got Wendy as well. Most people, you're on my group, you'll know who Wendy Johnson is. Her and her husband will be joining us as well. It's going to be a really good night. It should be a really, really good night. But that competition, if you want to enter it, you must be a member of the Parasearch Radio group page. Like the post, comment on it. Feel free to share it out. That's absolutely fine. But to enter the competition, you must like and you must comment. We will draw the winner for that, I believe, on the 11th of June. That'll be getting drawn. So it'll be running for 2 weeks. So you get plenty of opportunity between now and then to enter the competition. So by looks of it, guys, it's going to be a pretty busy week. Kerry's made sure we're all really busy while she's away. We thought we were going to have an easy time. No. But tune into the shows. Remember, if you've missed any shows at all, you can find them on YouTube. You can find them on Podbean, SoundCloud. They're all over the place. Honestly, there's no need to miss any shows. And if you do want to listen to a show this week and you miss it, don't panic. It'll be on YouTube. So you will get to hear all the shows. So all it remains for me to say is enjoy your bank holiday Monday, wherever you are. I hope the sun's shining. The sun's shining here, so I'm going back out in my back garden. But have a good bank holiday Monday. Join in the shows. We love seeing you in the chat room. We love chatting away to everyone. And no doubt Kerry's going to see this live feed. So have a great holiday, Kerry. Try and relax. And that's it until next week. And you'll get your next update next week from Kerry. So take care, everybody. Bye.